Hi folks, it's Steve here from Analytics in Action. What I want to do today is give you a demo on how to create a SQL Server Reporting Services report that contains a parameter query. So I'll talk about two key things today. First of all, what is a parameter query, and then for the bulk of the demo, I'll actually just go through the steps on how to actually create the report with a parameter query. So there's four steps there. First of all, creating a standard reporting services report, and that contains a shared data source and an associated data set. Then we need to edit the SQL statement behind that report so that it knows there's a parameter. It's going to be a parameter query basically. Then we create a second data set that has a list of I suppose values that are going to be included in the pull down list, and then the final step is to link the parameter list back to the main report. So first of all, I'll show you what a parameter query is. So a parameter query is something. This is a very simple example. So what we have up the top here is a pull down list, and when we change the pull down list, the actual values in the report change. So those are the parameters that change. So it's all very simple. So what we'll do is walk you through from the very beginning how to create a parameter query. So first of all, you start off within SQL Server Business Intelligence Development Studio. Open it up. So what we'll do is we'll create a new project, and we'll use one of the templates, and it is the Report Server Project Wizard. So this will create the standard reporting services report. So we'll call this parameter query demo. Just click OK. Now the wizard will open up, and we'll just have to go through a series of simple steps with the wizard. Click Next. So first of all, we want to create a shared data source. So we'll just go and call it master data source. It's a very generic name. And now we need to actually define where that data is coming from. So we can identify the server. In this case, it's going to come from a SQL Server SQL Server database. It comes out of the Sandbox database. Just click OK, and then there's a little box down here, so we're going to make that data source shared. So basically we can have multiple data sets linked to that data source. That'll become more apparent a little bit later on. So you just click Next. Now we build a simple query that contains the data that's going to go into this this master report. So we need to add a table. Here we're going to add my reporting services demo table. Just click Add, and we close. So we're going to basically sum the price, or actually this should be sales information. Do a bit of grouping. So we're going to sum the price by category. So fairly simple stuff. We're going to call this sum sales. Now the first thing that differs here from just creating a standard report is that we need to identify that the query needs to accept a parameter. So we do that by clicking the equals at, and then we put a name in that is linked to the parameter. So we'll just call it category. Category there. So that looks pretty good. So we're grouping all of the sales, some of the sales by the category. Click OK. Then Next. Then we're just going to define as being a tabular report. and we're going to put all this information down into the detail part of the report. Let's call this master report. Okay, we'll call it actually master parameter report. There we go. Click finish. And what we'll see is a very basic parameter report here. So that is in the design view. So if we click preview, I'll take a second to render. So we've got a category here, and we can go type in, for example, car, view report, take a second to generate, and here we go. We've got the sales of cars, or we could go motorbike, does the same, will generate the same sort of thing. The issue with this approach is that you have to type in what the item is, and quite often you won't actually know the exact name of the item. So what we're going to do is put a list box in there, so we can actually select whether it's a motorbike, truck, or car. So back into the design mode, and what we need to do is pull up this. We need to create a second data set. So we've got the original data set we created, which is data set 1, which had the information for the in this master query. We need to create a second data set that contains the list that says motorbike, cars, or truck to populate the list box. So all we need to do is click on data sets. And by the way, if this report data box is not visible, you can just go view. You should be able to just click the view button here, and so I'll get rid of that. So we go view report data down here, so it becomes visible. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to add a new data set, and we're going to call this list, and we're going to use a data set embedded within the report. So the data set is going to be the master data source, and then we're going to, lost it there, click on that. We're going to go into the query designer, and we're going to basically just create a query that produces those 3 fields for us. So we add the table in, close that up, so just go category, price, I'm just going to sum it, but then we're going to make sure the output, we're going to deselect that, so that means the price column is not visible. So what we'll do is that'll just generate a list of 3 items. You could also use a distinct clause within SQL as well, but this is a nice simple way to do that. So we can just run that, and we'll just go down the bottom of the page here, see the output, see where we go. So this is our list that we're after. That's great. So we're almost there. Now the final step is that we need to link that list to that parameter box at the top. So we click on within the report data. We've got parameters here. The parameter is category. Right click on it, and then go parameter properties. And what we do now is go available values. What we need to do, that all looks pretty good. Available values, the data set is list, that's the data set we created, that's that query. The value field, category, label field, category. Now we just need to set the default value. We can either get it from a query, but I'll just say let's add car as a default value, and that's it. So we've done it now, so I'm just going to save that, click on preview, So it's defaulted to car. We can put motorbike here and view the report. There we go. Same with truck. So that is a parameter query within a SQL Server Reporting Services report. If you found this useful, it might be worth subscribing to my YouTube channel. That way you'll get an update every time I produce a new video, and I'll try and do these on perhaps every week or two. The other option is to come across to my website. I've got stacks and stacks of information on things like reporting services, like saying how to create basic reporting service reports. Lots of stuff on data integration as well. Also, lots of things on modelling, predictive modelling, and also analytics in general. So stacks and stacks of stuff that could be useful for you. So hope you enjoyed this demo, and yeah, definitely subscribe to my YouTube